We are going to officially play in the state of New Jersey. We're going to win the state of New Jersey.
An absolutely rabid crowd of Trump supporters was cheering Trump's brain-crumbling statements in Wildwood, New Jersey over the weekend. But then half the crowd just left while Trump was still speaking, apparently sick of the stuff that was just dribbling out of his mouth. Embarrassingly, we're going to look at a bunch of it, and it is getting really, really, really bad. Now, I do want to make some sort of a disclaimer here. When we look at a couple clips, you really have to hear the full rally speech to understand the scope of what we're dealing with, the danger of it, the authoritarian terror that this guy wants to inflict upon the country. But who wants to subject themselves to these Castro-like endless speeches that Donald Trump does, repeating the same stories over and over again? But let's do our best to give you a sense of the flavor, the glitches, the malfunctions, and the dangerous authoritarian ideas. Donald Trump starting with an incredible declaration about vaccine mandates.
I will not give one penny to any school that has a vaccine mandate or a mask mandate.
The rabid anti-vax crowd cheering, bloodthirsty. They're out for bloods. We're going to give you measles. We're going to give you hep. Just about every public school has vaccine mandates. In all states in the United States, children in public schools require a series of vaccinations if you want to attend public elementary school. This includes, in most states, measles, mumps, rubella, polio, chickenpox. The specifics do vary by state. And of course, there are different degrees of exemptions. There are states that allow medical exemptions if, for example, a child has a condition that makes getting vaccinated unsafe. Okay. In addition to the medical exemptions, there are states that will say you can take a religious exemption. You can take a philosophical exemption. Those are being limited because of the overriding importance of public health policies, especially when they lead to measles outbreaks that we have seen. But just about every public school has such mandates. So I guess there goes funding for public schools under Trump, because if there are any vaccine mandates, which every state has, Trump won't give you a penny. Trump, again, with another one of these scary brain glitches where he said, I think what he says is, carry dite bite rate Satan, carry dite bite rate Satan, but I may be misinterpreting what he says here.
All done by Biden. Carry dite by rate. That's right. All.
Carry dite by rate Satan. I think I actually got it wrong. I thought it was carry dite by Ray Satan, but it was carry dite by say right in, which is a completely different sort of brainworm concern, I guess we would say. Donald Trump then, at some points, rather than making up words, kind of creating new grammatical syntax. Chomsky really should get back to the core of his linguistic expertise and write a book about what's going on. Trump really pushing the vanguard of American English grammar and syntax. See if you can figure out what Trump means here.
If you can, do whatever you can for the Republican Party, because what they do is they raise so much money through different groups that are not groups that are on our side.
Right. The money is coming in from groups that are not groups that are on our side, or that aren't groups on our side, or they're not groups at all. Some commas or dashes maybe would clarify what Trump meant there. At another point during the speech, and at this point the crowd started to get visibly confused, Trump did a really weird rant about the movie Silence of the Lambs. Of course, a tremendous film featuring the great Anthony Hopkins and Jodie Foster. Excellent film. Trump refers to it as Silence of the Lamb. And also, he's waxing poetic about Hannibal Lecter. I don't even know what this is about. I don't think this was on the teleprompter. Let's at least pray it wasn't.
Silence of the Lamb. Has anyone ever seen a Silence of the Lambs? The late, great Hannibal Lecter.
Yep.
He's a wonderful man.
Treated so unfairly. Never gets credit because the fake news media wouldn't tell you what Hannibal Lecter was a great guy. Great guy. Would have supported me if I ran back then.
Oftentimes would have a friend for dinner. Remember the last scene? Excuse me, I'm about to have a friend for dinner. As this poor doctor walked by. I'm about to have a friend for dinner.
Yep.
But Hannibal Lecter, Congratulations, the late, great Hannibal Lecter. We have people that are being released into our country that we don't want in our country.
Yeah. Okay. More substantively, in a sense, Trump pushes, like, at least connected to some real political issue, Trump pushes again the disgusting lie that mothers in blue states murder their born babies and that Democratic political officials approve of the murder.
The radical Democrat extremists get their way, they will have a federal law on abortion in the 8th and 9th month and even executing the baby after birth. It's okay. They want to execute the baby. They have laws. You look at the governor, the former governor of Virginia, execute the baby after birth. We will decide. You remember.
We don't remember because it's not happening. It was a lie from the beginning. And the crowd just shocked into submission. Wow, if that's what they're doing in Virginia, then we definitely need to vote Trump. Trump delusionally claiming that the state of New Jersey is one that he might win.
Because we are going to officially play in the state of New Jersey. We're going to win the state of New Jersey.
Trump is not going to win the state of New Jersey. Trump has said that he's going to win New York. Now he says he's going to win New Jersey. He will not. And then finally, here is video. Trump is still speaking. And this entire area that was full at the beginning of the speech is empty. I'll play a little bit of the audio for you.
Trenton and Princeton. And this is where generations of New Jersey patriots helped build this country.
So anyway, it's almost completely cleared out. Trump was still speaking. Reports are it started to get a little bit chilly. But it was, I mean, listen, it was a little cool that night in New Jersey. I agree with that. But the crowd starting to clear out and really a lot of them heading for the proverbial hills during this speech. So a really, really destructive speech in terms of the authoritarian delusions and wet dreams that it contained, and also a reminder that this guy is not well. If you thought that was bad, I want to show you another video that a number of people in the audience sent me over the weekend. We've already seen so many data breaches in the news just this year: Roku, GitHub, Fujitsu, Nissan, many others. Cyber criminals have more tools at their fingertips than ever before, and one of the easiest, cheapest ways you can secure yourself and your family is using a VPN, an app that hides your IP address. If these companies get hacked, but you use a VPN, then your IP address will just be one less thing that the criminals know about you, which makes it harder for them to hack or to steal your identity. Our sponsor, Private Internet Access, is the only VPN I use. They don't log any of your online activity, which you can verify a number of ways, including the fact that the software is open source, super fast for streaming. You can use Private Internet Access on all of your devices with just a single account. Don't let the big corporations, the hackers, governments see your IP address and everything you do online. Get Private Internet Access for 83% off, which comes out to just $203 a month plus 4 extra months for free. Go to piavpn.com/Pacman. The link is down below.